competition day. First and foremost, I always try to get a great night's sleep. I actually struggle with being anxious the night before competition. So, for example, if I have to compete on a Saturday, if I have my normal sleep schedule, I won't be able to sleep on Friday night. So what I do is, and this is of course different for everybody, what I do, because a lot of times I'll be so excited Friday about competing on Saturday that I'll stay up really late on Friday, and then I won't fall asleep until like 5 a.m. because I'm so excited, and then I won't get a good night's sleep, and I'll wake up and have to go compete, and then I'll be in a situation where I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, and I have to go out and perform. So normally what I do is, if I have a morning competition, like if I have to compete at 10 a.m. on Saturday, I'll stay up all late or very late on Thursday, all the way through the day. So I'll stay up very late and I'll get very few hours of sleep on Thursday. So that Friday night, I can come home, go to sleep at 8 o'clock because I'm so exhausted from the night before, and then just sleep all the way through, get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, and then wake up fresh. If I have to compete at nighttime, for example, like if I'm doing a super fight and my event is until like 11 p.m. or something, then I'll stay up, if I'm competing on Saturday, then I'll stay up very late on Friday until whenever my body falls asleep because I'm anxious, and then sleep all the way through into the daytime. I'll sleep until 4 or 5 p.m. I love to sleep. I can sleep like 12, 16 hours at a time at a clip. So I love to sleep. It's easy to sleep for me. So I'll sleep from 5 a.m. on Friday, all the way. Well, it's technically Saturday, but all the way from Friday late night into the daytime Saturday. I'll wake up at 5 p.m. and then I'll get ready, get dressed, go to the event, and then compete at 11 p.m. So I have a good night's sleep. So that's the way that I do it. Another thing that I like to do is, the second I wake up, I'm so excited that I immediately post that I'm just coming to fuck everybody's day up. So I get more as the day goes on, I get more and more confident, and especially after my first couple matches, I get more and more confident. Like last year at ADCC, like I was talking shit to competitors like in between matches. Like I beat Ben Hodgson in the first round, and then I posted like on my Instagram like what I'm about to do to Tim Spriggs is going to be criminal. Like before our match, and like I tagged him in it, and he saw it, and like I like to do stuff like that. And it's not because I really want to. I don't care about getting into their heads because I know that I'm going to beat them on technical level anyways, and they don't even stand a chance. But I just do it because it's what I feel I need to do. Like that's just what I want to speak my mind to, my fans, and I want everyone to see what I'm feeling. So I like to just share that. And I do believe that it definitely does get in these guys' heads. Like, damn, I can't lose to this guy now, but I'm going to. I'm going to anyway. But the day of competition, I'm very focused. I'm usually quiet. I joke around here and there, but I'm usually more reserved. I'm usually more focused on the competition. Anything that has to do with the competition, I'm very excited about. I'll post on social media, stuff like that. But as far as like people around me, family, friends, I'm usually more reserved, more quiet, more focused, and I don't like to eat anything. I pretty much eat nothing the day of competition. I'd rather be with hunger pains in my stomach than have anything in my stomach at all. And actually, between the ADCC finals and the absolute, there was like 2.5 hours worth of time. I was so hungry because I didn't eat. I was so hungry I had to take a nap because my stomach was hurting so much from me being hungry that I had to just lay down and go to sleep to like reset my body. So I woke up and my stomach wasn't hurting. So I don't like to eat at all day of competition. If it's really late at night, like 10, 11 p.m., then I'll have like some eggs and toast in the beginning of the day. But other than that, for me, I don't like to eat anything or drink any stimulants, no Red Bull, no Monster, nothing like that, no pre-workout, none of that for me. Just water the day of competition. And I'm just really focused in, dialed into to winning the matches, visualizing the matches, visualizing how they can go. And I don't ever think about losing. I feel like if I think about losing, that's what gives me the more anxiety. Like the biggest anxiety for me, the biggest thing that I have to deal with is like just listening to all the morons talk about like, oh, you lost again. I'm going to like lose by advantage eventually. And people are like, everyone's like kind of the woodworks to talk about how I suck forever and indefinitely. So that's like the biggest thing that that would affect me. It doesn't affect me at all. But that's like the biggest thing that I have to worry about as far as like just being harassed after a loss. But I only think about winning. I don't ever think about what happens if I lose, because if you lose, what's going to happen? If I lose, what's going to happen? The trolls that I'm never going to meet and are never going to amount to anything are going to come and attack me. Who cares? But I never think about about losing. I only think about how am I going to win this match? What are the things that he's going to try to do, and how am I going to counter those things, and how am I going to win this match? And then when I go out on the mat, I'm supremely confident because I know that I'm better than the guy. I know that he can't really do much to me. He's not going to pin me. He's not going to submit me. So, I'm just very focused in, very reserved the day of competition, and just ready to go. I'm just pumped up. I'm ready to go. And then when I step on those mats, it's cool, calm, collected, knowing that what I'm doing right now is the same thing that I do every day against a guy who's not as good as my training partners. Another common question I get, how do I study tape? Do I watch tape? Things like that. Yes, I watch tape. I have the luxury of having John to be the guy who studies most of the tape for me. So he watches most of the tape on whatever he thinks is relevant. And then he brings the relevant stuff to us, shows us, and then we innovate and practice it. One thing that I am big on, especially before big competitions, is just getting a general overview of what my opponent likes to do in his matches. I talked about before exploiting the weaknesses of his game and understanding what his strengths are. That comes through watching tape, obviously. Now, you can do this in a couple of ways. You can watch instructional videos. You can watch tape on your partner. Depending on how much he's progressed, recent tape anywhere from a few years ago up until current. But you have to be careful watching instructionals, because a lot of people, what they say they do and what they actually do in competition are two different things. Okay, so if you're going to watch someone's instructional, you have to make sure that the things that he's teaching you are things that he actually does in competition. Right? Everything that I show you in instructionals are things that I have hit in competition, or I use them successfully on guys in the gym that are very high level. Okay, so there's two phases. Everything I teach is either one, use on people in the gym very effectively, or two, use in competition. Okay, you don't see me use closed guard too much in competition, but that's because I just prefer to play open guard and butterfly guard. All right, but I constantly post examples of me using exactly what I teach against the highest level guys in competition. But that's not always the case. You have to make sure that the guys that are teaching the instructionals actually use what they teach in instructionals on the highest level guys in competition. So a lot of times it's much better to just watch tape on what they actually do and break down what they actually do in competition, what their favorite moves actually are in competition against the highest level guys. Okay, so a tape study is a big big thing for me. Just watching YouTube matches, flow matches, wherever their matches are being held. Just go in and watch matches as far as tape studying. So I definitely do watch tape, especially leading up to big tournaments with brackets, with ADCC or super fights, things like that. But honestly, most of the tape study that's being done is being done by John. John watches tape all the time. Where I do watch tape, but it's mostly before specific competitions or super fights.